Lord, bless us. Talk to us. Allow us to touch the people we need to talk. Hey guys. Oh, I think we are absolutely live. We're live. We're live. Hey guys, welcome to the Wealth Chronicles show. I'm about to play our theme song for about 60 seconds, guys. Come on in. When you come in, please share the video out, like it, guys. If you're an entrepreneur, put your link in the comment section. We'll get into all of it. Right now, I have to play this tune. It just really brings my spirit up, and that's what we're talking about today. I guess I need to turn it up, huh? So I am not in my office, so you might notice that, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're still gonna have fun, guys. This is the Wealth Chronicles show where we come and laugh at and learn from the financial wins and failures of others. Keep your business to yourself so you can be nosy and listen to somebody else's trials, tribulations, and transformation. What? Come on in. Come on in, guys. Brandon Love made this theme song, guys. I am so grateful. It really shows you my spirit. And the words is my brand name, Motivating Your Money. So come on in. All right, guys. All right, I need you to go ahead and share this video out because we're going to be talking about something really awesome. Like, come in. It's a secret, but I'm blowing it up. I want everybody to know that you absolutely can control the money that you have coming into your bank account, your finances, however you want to describe it, guys. All right. Right now, we're officially in a recession, and people are worried about where their money is going. And I think this is perfect for you to know how you can control it. But first, you need to know: are you running it away? Are you running money away from you? And how can you attract it effortlessly? That's what we're talking about today. So come on in, guys. I have titled her. She has her own title. She's actually a whole doctor, but I titled her. She's my business coach, so I think I can do that. So today, guys, again, our title is: are you chasing money away, and how can you attract it effortlessly? Effortlessly. I was saying that kind of tongue-tied earlier, so I had to say it 2 times. So we have the phenomenal, the wonderful, the entrepreneur whisperer. Her name is Dr. Tracy Timberlake, guys. She is an award-winning digital business strategist and YouTuber. She's my personal friend. This month, guys, we're talking to women because it is still National Women's Month. It is Money Making March also. So I've combined them two, and I've brought women who have touched me financially, business, emotionally, personally, guys, and they're 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. And I wanted to share with you how they've helped me take leaps and bounds in my life so they can do the same thing for you. All right. So Dr. Tracy Timberlake, this is the title I've given her, y'all. She's the $1 million monetization queen. Everybody's been a queen. So we had the side hustle queen. We had the network marketing queen. We even had the trauma queen. So make sure you watch the whole series from this month, guys, because they all have touched me and helped me. But this is the $1 million monetization queen. I like that name. I knew you can hashtag that. And she's going to share with you her tips, her tricks, her hacks, and her principles, all about controlling your money. So I would like to, I have some housekeeping things that I want to mention, but first I just need to let Tracy say, hey guys, you love her hair. I love her hair.
Thank you. Hi. Hey guys. I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Stacey, for having me. I'm excited about this conversation.
Yes. So just so you guys know, if you're feeling some kind of way, like what do you mean attract money? What do you mean am I running away? I felt the same way before I met Tracy about 3 years ago. I had no idea. So I was making money, but I didn't know I had a lack mindset. I didn't know that I was repelling money. I didn't know a lot of things that I don't want to tell you everything, but she's going to tell you all about it, guys. She has resources and even a next step for you if you want to know more. All right. So I don't want to give all the goods away, but I need to tell you that don't feel some kind of way if you're listening to this and you're like, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's foreign. She says, is that woo-woo stuff? And it is a little woo-woo stuff, but it's a secret and it's powerful and it works. Right? It's not the secret anymore. No, but I need you to share. Share the video out. I need you to share. Let me make sure. I'm taking 3 seconds to make sure that I share it out one more time. And if you haven't, when you come in and you're in the replay section, make sure you put a replay in the comments down there. But I do want to make sure that we are live and live in color. So here we go.
I'm sharing.
Why is this important? Thank you, Tracy. Dr. Tracy. Dr. Tracy Timberlake. All right, guys. So why is this important? So you like Stacey, you always talk about money and building money, growing money, saving money, all those different things. Now you talk about money running from you. Money doesn't have legs. So you guys do know that my brand is motivating your money. And that's because we need to find a way to control it. Motivated. I'm all about money, motivation, and mindset. So this is perfect. If you really just pay attention, get you a pen. Don't forget, here on the Wealth Chronicles show, we laugh and learn. We laugh early, learn a little bit about their journey, and then later on, we actually do have an educational element. So the second half of the show, we will be giving you action steps. All right, guys. So accolades, awards, degrees, and experiences are all meant to bring you success and wealth. This is why this is important and why I thought that this was perfect right now. But you can unconsciously be causing money to flee from you, run away, repel, whatever you want to call it, guys. What if you can control your money with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your energy? How different would your financial situation look at that point? We are officially in a recession, as I mentioned earlier. So the economic effects of the coronavirus is affecting us on a global scale. Being a wealth protector, that's me. I always talk about the importance of protecting the money that you have, the money that you make, and it's just as important as making more money, saving, and investing. Right now, it's even more important, guys. You need to be on a financial offense and a defense. I'm going to say that again. You need to be on a financial offense and a defense. So what do you mean by financial offense and defense? Yeah, I love sports. They've canceled all the sports, but that's okay. Even the Olympics, that's okay. We have no control over that, and we're going to stay positive. But the offense and the defense aspect of it is, defense is how am I going to protect what I already have? That's important. Wait, I'm blocking you. Get away from me, right? But at the same time, if you really want to control your wealth to be able to maintain a financial peace of mind and pass it on to your children because they're paying attention, or your neighbors if you don't have children, your community as a whole, you also need to be offensively trying to make sure you have a consistent cash flow. And that's what she's going to tell you about. How are you going to make sure you have a consistent cash flow? And our second half of the show is I'll be telling you, well, am I really blocking it? How would I even know? It's usually caused by money blocks, right? So I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to list off some common money blocks, how you can identify them, what you can do to eradicate them, all right? And also, just in case you like, well, Stacey, that offense sounds pretty good. How can I make sure I have a consistent flow of income? Well, this Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and you'll probably be at home because like the whole world is shut down. So I need you to go ahead and join me because I have a free webinar. I'm giving you the 4 ways that you can bring money into your home, into your pocket, into your bank account, into your net worth today. You don't need tech. If you're not tech savvy, you still can come. If you've never done anything to make money on your own, you can still come. If you're like, well, Stacey, I've never been told that I can control my income, you can still come. You already have the tools, and it's not going to cost you anything to get started. All I'm going to do is give you the exact strategies that I have given all of my clients to help them position themselves in a better position right now. They're not worried about their money. Some of them are making money while others are losing. Some of them aren't making money, but they're not losing any. And they have the peace of mind because we went over their money, monthly money management plan, and we've built a solid financial foundation. So I'm giving you everything you need. All you have to do is show up. So you essentially will be able to grow, save, spend, and protect your money all at the same time. All because you're defensively protecting what you have and you're offensively making sure you are bringing more consistently, right? We don't know how long this I hate to say it, recession, it will last. We don't want it to go into the big D word. What we all can do is make sure that I am taking care of what I need to do right now. If that sounds good, put a yes in the comment section. If that sounds good, put a yes in the comment section. All right, guys, put yes in the comment section, and we'll send you the details about that. All right, so that's a whole long talk. But I just needed to tell you that. That's what's going on. All right, so who is Stacey? Who is Stacey, guys? Who is Stacey? I'm a wealth strategist and insurance broker. I'm a national speaker. I'm a best-selling author. I'm your financial friend. That's why I'm here. Since 2008, I received multiple awards and accolades for teaching people about the 8 silent wealth killers and other very powerful but hidden money rules. I take pride in saying that I've helped thousands of families to save millions of dollars by teaching them, at least showing them how they were losing money unknowingly and unnecessarily by at least one of those 8 silent wealth killers. And I want to do the same for you. By the way, The 8 Silent Wealth Killers is my most recent book. And if you want to know more about that, then you can just click the link that my assistant will put in the comment section for you. So who do I help? I primarily help Gen X females who are established entrepreneurs and corporate professionals. All right. I help them to stop losing money so that they can first of all, they find their money munchers so that they can stop the financial hemorrhage, and then they can grow, save, and spend and protect their money at the same time. But I also teach. That's what we're here doing, guys. I teach entrepreneurs and side hustlers how to build that solid financial foundation. I connect you with my power partners. Dr. Tracy Timberlake is here today because she's a power partner. Whatever I learn and whatever have helped me, whether that's a win or a failure, something that used to bring me shame, I share it with you so that you can keep all of your business to yourself and you can still move the needle in your financial situation. All right. So that's it. Now I'm gonna be quiet. Because I need Dr. Tracy Timberlake to let you know this is what she'll be talking to you about. Why is universal laws of attraction important? Why is setting intentions important? How does your beliefs, your thoughts, your action, your mindset have anything to do with the amount of money that you can accumulate? And what actually are you doing to push it away? All right, guys, it's going to be a conversation, and it is definitely informal, but it'll be slam packed full of nuggets. So get your pen, get your paper. You can reach her if you want to, guys. She has some resources. Can we say resources? Who don't like free? Like free. All right.
Resources.
drtracytimberlake.com/free resources. Tiffany, can you put that in the comment section, please? Make sure, because a lot of time people come on and they may not stay to the end. So we got to give you guys the good stuff in the beginning. Make sure you share it out. All right. Dr. Tracy Timberlake, I'm be quiet.
I don't even know where to begin. There's so much to say. Whatever. There's so much to say. Because I think that this is very, very important. And I think in the conversations that I've been having over the last couple of weeks, 10 days or so have really been about where people are right now, the pivots, the processing, the adapting, the adopting that we're having to experience. And here's what I sent out today when I invited people into this, and what I told them on my email list is I said, here's the thing. You can yes, we're in a recession. I believe that people are probably traumatized from the word recession because in 2008, when we had a recession, unemployment was super high. People were losing their jobs left and right. Whatever the case was, whatever your experience was in 2008, 2009, I think people have PTSD. And so when they hear the word recession, they hear, oh my gosh. And the Panic. World, yes. And the world, everything that you see online, everything that you see on social media regarding the coronavirus, regarding the recession, regarding what's happening in the world it's promoting this fear, this gloom and doom. Everything is going to crap. We're all let's just all forget about our lives now because coronavirus is taking over.
It's over.
Right. And so what I shared today is I said, listen, you have a choice to go through this with a gloom and doom mentality, or you have a choice to say, actually, that's not the experience that I plan to have. Because you get to have a choice in this. And really what you do right now is going to determine how you come out of this whole thing. Whether we're coming out of Corona, whether we're coming out of a recession, what you do today is going to matter the most. Now, what Stacey was talking about in terms of what I talk about with regards to mindset is because there's been, I feel like this could be just this forever conversation, but we're going to try and keep it to 30 minutes because otherwise I'm going to be here talking about this forever. But if
the flow is good, we don't have to.
With regards to money, here's what I want you to get. You will always attract, and I said this to a client earlier, you will always attract who you are, not what you want. Right? You will attract who you are. So going into a recession, if who you are is defaults to, I'm afraid I'm going to lose all my money, I'm going to lose my job, I'm not we're going to be homeless. If that's who you are at the core of your existence, then your experience in this process is not going to be a good one. You're going to come out of it because that's the dominant frequency that you live by. And I talk about frequency and I talk about energy mostly from a scientific perspective, but also I attach it to spirituality. I'm a Christian. I have a master's degree in the Bible. I have a doctorate degree in education. This is what I do for a living. I promise you that when I talk about energy and frequency, it's because I have done enough to know, and I've also done enough to reconcile it with faith-based people. And I typically work with a lot of people who it's completely new. When I talk about energy and frequency, they're like, what? I've never heard of this before.
I know.
Right. It's typically very new to a lot of people, but it's really science-based in terms of like what the energy that your body is producing. You operate at a frequency. The dominant frequency that you operate by is going to be the life that you experience. And it's very easy to predict the future because what are you thinking about right now? Whatever you're thinking about right now is your dominant frequency. That dominant frequency creates a reality, and your reality creates your experience. So you get a chance to choose it. I don't remember what I said.
No, you don't have to repeat it. I'm just saying I did it. I was talking, because she's my business coach, guys. She's introduced it to me, and I was like, okay, I know you wait. So I forgot to tell you guys something. One moment. One moment. Oh no, I think I lost it.
Oh, where is it?
Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, this is bad. Either way, okay, so she is my business coach, and she has millions of viewers and have touched millions of lives through either her YouTube channel, her courses, or her speaking events. And I had her stats right in front of me, and somehow they're gone. And technology, that usually happens. But either way, when she started talking about what she's talking about now and my frequency and what can I attract, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I think you kind of losing me. I know you know all of this, but I think you kind of lose me. So when she says that, it is backed by science, I started to do some research and I saw these little pictures. And lo and behold, I always talk about gratitude is my secret. Who knew that gratitude and the energy that it emits and what it attracts is the highest of those energies and that you can have through your emotions? I didn't know that. So, I'm saying that, and I pause just for a second so that we can break that down. There's a lot of different emotions that we experience, and that's natural. But if you sit in it, you know what I mean? Whatever you practice, like she said, whatever you can identify a fortune tell your future by what you're thinking and you're feeling. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I didn't know what she meant by that initially. And who knew that if I have a boyfriend that's talking negative about whatever he's going through all the time, and I don't have a way to bring up my energy, I'm always going to be feeling that way. Who knew if I was always helping others or giving, but I don't know how to bring up my mood, I would always feel that way. So you may not be purposely doing it, but whatever you're surrounding yourself by, watching the news, even all those different things, they're affecting that frequency because it's affecting what you're thinking and how you're feeling. And you can even feel it. There's physical ways that you can identify if you're in the angry and jealous and guilt and all the different things that's your lower frequency. You know what I mean? So find ways that you can bring, and there's a link that Tiffany's going to put in the comment section to teach you how to change that if that's what you're experiencing. But I wanted you to be able to identify what she means by those frequencies that you're emitting, because that's just like a different whole language, a frequency that I'm emitting. You know what I mean? So, all right. It's a real thing, guys. So, all right, I just need to stop right there just to kind of make sure that those that are listening to this is new to understood, because I was completely in the dark. So go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So when we talk about frequency, and Angelique is actually on, and we were talking about this last week. She's a client, and we were talking about how sometimes the language can really be a barrier for people. Language, especially if you're coming from a faith-based background, it can be a barrier. We're talking about energy. We're talking about frequency. Oh my gosh, that's like the devil. It's not. It's actually how God created the world. Everything exists according to energy and frequency. When you take a look at the building block of life, which is an atom, and you go down to the microscopic level of an atom, it is vibrating at an energy frequency, and that's what's being measured. Right. So we're talking about that and how you are vibrating. And a lot of the times people talk about law of attraction. And I always tell people, like, the law of attraction is one of the minor laws. That's not even like the major law. There are more laws than that. Like, for example, law of cause and effect, law of polarity, law of divine compensation. I mean, there's so many more laws that play into just law of attraction. Law of attraction is, it's not what you think you attract, because that's what people like to say. Like, well, what you think you attract. But if that's the case, if I thought about a purple elephant, then a purple elephant would appear in my living room. And
that's just not going to happen.
Right. I don't want a purple elephant. What law of attraction does, or what the premise behind law of attraction is, the law of frequency and the law of vibration. It is that you vibrate at a frequency. That frequency will create an electromagnetic field with your heart and your head. Your head creates an electric field. Your heart creates a magnetic field. When you put them together, you create an electromagnetic field around your whole body. They've measured it. There are scientists who are much better than me that do this for a living, and they actually measure bodily frequencies, and it expands out up to 3 meters away from your body. That's the amount of energy that your body is emitting at any given moment. And so that energy is what is the attractive force. That's the law of attraction that they talk about, is that 3 meters of energy that vibrates around your body. What is that attracting? And so we're talking about it in the frequency of money, because that's, you know, what this is about. But you can attract anything you want, I mean, with the frequency.
So she just caught me off guard, because she said you can track anything you want with the frequency. So I didn't even know that. So how about, I didn't take notes. I always talk about attracting money. Yeah. Oh, this is, if you listen to the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay in the comment section. But oh wow, I did not think about the fact, or I didn't expand or expound on the idea that you can attract other things. Yes, I want to. I just knew that if I had the great mindset and I'm working towards things, I can help other people. But I didn't. I just like what you just said. Is that a specific law? Is that still just the universal law of attraction?
That's just the universal law of frequency and vibration. You know, and it's really how, and people don't recognize, like, this is actually how the world was created. It was created with vibration. Like, and if you, let's say you come from a faith-based background and you're a Christian, for example, or even a Jew, or if you are a Muslim, like, you believe that God created the universe and God spoke it into existence. Well, speaking is a sound, and sound is a vibration, and we know that scientifically. So everything really is a vibration.
It's a vibration.
Yeah, and it echoes with that frequency.
All right, so I do have, okay, guys, just in case you're coming in new, welcome. And
this is a lot, by the way. Right, like, and I know it's a lot. Like, please don't think like this is just what I talk about all the time. I mean, I do talk about it all the time.
It's not, but it's such a great thing. It's a little heavy, but so Tracy, tell them what you do on a regular basis and why this is important and how this fits in with everything that you do, and about it right now for the guys that are just jumping in. So go ahead, Tracy.
So I'm a business coach, and I help people like really elevate themselves with businesses, mostly online. So I help people either if they don't have a business, get started online, or if they have an already existing business like Stacey did, let's take it digital and let's build a bigger brand in the online space. And we can see the importance of that right now, because no one can go anywhere. So here we are online. Thank God that we're able to be present here. Thank goodness for the internet. Like, thank you. Because had this happened in 1972, none of us, then we might actually have something to be afraid of if this happened back then. But now we have resources. And so anyway, so that's what I do. And I do that by obviously teaching the strategies. I got started in the online space as a beauty blogger, a YouTuber. And I did that for many, many years before I ever became a coach, before I even knew coaching existed. I was, making YouTube videos and getting thousands of followers and millions of views on YouTube before I ever hopped on to coaching. When I discovered online coaching, I was like, well, this is exactly what I've been doing this whole time. And so that's how I started my business back in 2016. And so now, it is a privilege that I get a chance to help people go digital. I recently did a TED Talk on the importance of digital leadership. And that TED Talk,
that link, guys. Stay tuned. I'll put the link down there. Okay,
well, thanks. And I should put it on the free resources link. So if I don't know if my assistant's on, but if you are, can you put it on the free resources link? So the TED Talk was specifically talking to leaders who need to start going digital, because it's important in this day and age. And that TED Talk, I did that talk, I don't know, September, I think is when I did it. And then it got released on YouTube, I think in December. And literally in the last 2 weeks, it's gotten several thousand views, like 4,000 views. Just because people are seeing the importance of, you know what? Like, actually, we should be going digital.
Maybe I should be listening.
My message has not changed for the last 4 years. I've been telling people the exact same thing for the last 4 years, because something like this, whether it was a global pandemic or something was going to happen. And I never want anybody to be limited to location to be able to build their business. So anyway, so that's what I do. But I don't just give strategy and tips. I really come at it from a principle of understanding who you are and how you're showing up. Because I can give a monkey strategy, but that monkey who does not have the right mindset moving forward, they're not going to experience success, right? It's because it's never about the strategy. It's not, like I was telling a client today, it's not about what you do. It's about who you are. And we've all been experiencing things like the law of attraction, things like law free. We've experienced it our whole lives and never knew that it was something. So let me teach you how to actually make it work in your favor as you're building your business.
So when I came to her, As she mentioned, I had a successful business. I've been in the financial services industry since 2008. What I did not know, which is why I wanted her to be on here. If you're new and you just new joining us, guys, welcome, welcome. But we're combining Women's History Month and Money Making March. And also I created a new, well, I've seen it. I don't know if it was a thought in my head and then I saw it, but coronavirus come up, how we can come out of this recession or this global shift resets better than we were when we started. And so when I met Tracy, she opened my eyes to being who I am and helping the people that I'm helping, but how can I expound on that by learning more about who I really am and the people who I'm really connecting with? She helped me to break my story down. And when the law of attraction and lack versus abundance and investment versus cost, I mentioned her in my book. I said that, guys, earlier, the 8 Silent Wealth Killers, because she touched me so much. I really wanted the world to hear, I'm not qualified to talk to you about this, but she is. And though that's not her main thing, and I did find what I have for her bio. This is what it is. Even though that's not her main thing, that's fine. It's so important to couple the two. I tell people all the time, your money mechanics is, how money works, how to make it work for you. And the fact that protecting money is just as important as saving, making more money, and investing. That's all fine and dandy. But until you know how your emotions are controlling the way you react to money, it really doesn't matter how much money you put in there. She just confirmed that by saying the strategy on how you can transition your business online, or how you can be have courses and be a business owner, entrepreneur, things of that nature. Doesn't matter. Who are you connecting with? How do you better understand who you are is what's going to help you seal the deal and help more people on a larger scale. So I wanted to mention, because it's just important to me, and I want you to meet her formally. So Dr. Tracy Timberlake, as I mentioned, guys, earlier, is a multi-award winning business coach, a $1 million course creator. She's a Tedx speaker and an online influencer. She has 3 million YouTube views. She has 12,000 plus people who have heard her speak and learned from her digital programs. And she's commonly known as the entrepreneur whisperer by many of her clients. I call her the $1 million monetization queen. Her vision is that you will understand that there's massive impact that you can create by showing up fully in the digital space. Tracy provides you with the tools and the training that you need to empower you to do so. Her most powerful tools that I've experienced is the fact that you can attract or repel money based off your feeling, thoughts, and your choices. So you see how it's really a conglomerate. It's not just what can you do, turn your computer on, get a nice light, have the right phone or whatever, or a tripod. How are you going to show up being your most authentic self by understanding you and what you're emitting? And I needed to just touch base on that. So I have a couple questions. Questions.
Well, before you get to your questions, I want everybody to know that I just want to give them the 3 ways that they can tell, or the 3 positions that people have. Okay, perfect. So the 3 ways, how do you know if you're repelling money or attracting money? It's very simple. Right. So there's just 3 ways that you can figure it out. 1, you take a look at how much money you have at the end of the month. And is there more month than money? Is the income that you're bringing in frequently going out and then beyond? If so, like if your expenses are more than what you're bringing in, then you probably have a repelling energy to money. If the money that you make and the money that you end up, at the end of the month ends up being around even, then you have neither an attractive nor a repellent, attractive force of money. It's pretty neutral. So the goal is always to increase the attractive force. And then if you are able to save more money and you live in abundance and you live in overflow, and overflow is a very normal part of your life, then you probably have a very attractive force of money. So those are the 3 ways. So if you can figure out which one of those is you, then it helps you understand kind of where you are in the process.
So if you can't figure that out, or if you have identified which one it is and they're wanting to move from one to the other, then that's what your course, the Universal Laws, would teach them?
Well, the Universal Laws is really to just help you understand, because I often, people have asked me all the time, like, okay, well, you talk about this and you talk about, law of frequency, like what exactly is it, right? And so I created a workshop that just explains the 12 universal laws and principles. It's not really the one that's going to help you necessarily move past it. It gives you ideas, but it's not like the one. The one that probably helps you move past it, at least when it comes to like for business owners, is something that I have called Elite Experiences, which is how to create high ticket courses and programs for your people, because that's the mindset work. And I have people who have taken it. I know Joyce she's taken it, she's in it right now. And so she listens to it more than I tell her to listen to it. But I'm like, no, I have people who are like, I listened to it 5 times today. And I'm like, we don't need to listen to it 5 times. Like, you just need to, but that's because it helps you get into the understanding of what it looks like to live at a level that vibrates money, that vibrates an attractive force of money, an overflow of money, exploding into that overflow, and what it looks like to live there.
It's a feeling, guys. It actually absolutely is a feeling. It's a physical feeling. When I used to walk, I would practice just saying things that I'm grateful for. Speaking affirmations. I would practice who I wanted to help before I get on a call. Because I remember talking to Tracy, like, how do you do this intention thing? Setting intentions. She says, well, before I do a show, or before I speak, or before I get on a call with a client, I set intentions. This is what I would like for them. Or in the morning, but while I'm journaling, I set intentions. Who can I help today? I like to help at least one person. Things of that nature. So, she taught me these different things, and I'm saying all this because I really suggest that you reach out to Tracy Timberlake, Dr. Tracy Timberlake, if you're wanting to connect with her. So what is the mixtape that you have, so they can listen?
I have which is a great introduction, by the way. If you're wanting to just start to work on the mindset stuff, the mixtape, it's only $27, and it gives you, Angelique be listening to it like I'm like, no, Angelique, don't listen to it. Don't listen to all of them at once. Say it, like, they're like, but I just kept listening to it because it was on. But like, I'm like, listen to one a day. Let your mind shift, because the problem is that we have lived decades in the bodies that we currently have. And so when you try to change it, there's a few things that are going to happen.
All right.
So number one, when you first learn, oh my gosh, I can change my life with my thoughts. That's amazing. Let me do it. And then you start to, And then you start to make plans. And then let's say you sign up for a program, and let's say you start to change, you read a book, you do something, you start to, Angelique's like, I can't help myself.
I can't help myself.
So you start to change, and then you realize everything around you is now going to crap. Right? Because that's kind of what happens. Like, you start to elevate. So everything around you that's not vibrating at the frequency that you're now elevating to you start to notice it more, when really that's exactly what's been happening. I'll give you an example. I have a client who grew up in an Italian family in the Northeast region. And then I'd worked with her from like the fall. So it was like September until December. In December, she goes back to her family in the North for Christmas. And then she comes back in January, and we're talking, and she's like, I did not realize how negative or what a terrible money mindset my entire family had. But she had lived that for decades without knowing it, until she started to do the work. And then once you start to do the work, then you recognize it, and you're like, oh, that's not, and then you start.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. The second thing that happens is that you will start to fight yourself. Your brain, your subconscious mind is going to say, this is new. No, it's not. This is new. I'm fighting myself on it. I'm going to fight myself tooth and nail because this is new and I don't like new. Your brain does not like new. None of us like new things. We don't like new. We don't want to stretch. We don't want to gain new knowledge. So you will start to fight yourself. And as you fight yourself, you have to stick with it. So you have to stick with the coaching. You have to stick with the conversations. You have to stick with the mixtape. You have to stick with it. And then the third thing that happens after that is you start to uncover a lot of the beliefs that you didn't even know that you had. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that was even a problem for me. I thought that I was doing okay. I thought that I was doing all right. And then you start to realize that, when you were 4 years old, this happened and it changed your whole life, and then you carried it into your adulthood, and now you're seeing the effects of it. So it ends up being a very interesting process, but it's so worth it. And I want you guys to know, like, you're all very worth it. Like, you are worthy of understanding how you are attracting or repelling money. And then you're also worthy of figuring out how to get over it. Like, not just you, but like for your family, for your children and your children's children and 1,000 generations after them. You are worthy of figuring this out so that they can have a better life. And so they don't have to grow up with the same mindset.
They don't. And some of the things that you can identify, like, well, how do I know? some thoughts. It starts with thoughts and it starts with feelings. Do you feel like I was this person? So, I say it in the beginning and I forgot to say it today, but, I'm very transparent and I take pride in sharing the things that used to bring me shame. I didn't realize that I had that lack mindset. And yeah, I was making money and I wanted to help my community, but I was one of the, excessively giving mindset is one of the money blocks that you can have. I felt like, well, I can't really charge that, Tracy, because I just want to help the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, Stacey, you no, because you're going to begin to feel resentful. You're going to be helping, but you're going to be giving and giving and giving. And eventually it's going to be an improper fraction. So you're going to be giving, but you're not going to be replacing that with the feeling of you taking care of yourself. And that's going to bring down your energy and your vibration.
And that's repellent.
And that's going to repel money. So now when I get on the phone with somebody, even though I don't even realize it, it's kind of in my tone. It might be in my body language. It might even be in my facial expression because I was trying to give too much. You know what I mean? That's a mindset block that we may have. If you stay to the end, guys, we're going to go through a whole training on other ways that you can identify some of your mindset blocks and what you can do if you notice them in order to turn that around, guys. So I just wanted to stress that just because you're making money doesn't mean you don't have some of these mindset blocks. Just because you're making money and you're helping people doesn't mean, or you are even maybe not an entrepreneur, because she does focus on entrepreneurs, or people who want to become an entrepreneur, doesn't mean you could be a successful corporate professional and making six figures and, have the title. As I mentioned earlier, she's a doctor. She was working in a collegiate environment and somehow she transitioned into this. That's my next question, by the way. Somehow she transitioned into this and she was able to pivot. You know what I mean? A lot of us won't pivot because we like, well, man, this is what I've gone to school for. And this is what my parents have told me to do. And, I don't know anything about that. That's going to be too hard. That's a mindset block as well, a money block as well. And it's called, I'll tell you what it's called. It's, fear of success. Fear of success. If you can transition somewhere else, even though what you're doing right now isn't giving you what you're wanting, but you're afraid to make that pivot, it's fear of success. Am I going to make too much money? Am I going to be too successful because you see other people doing everything else? Will the people that I'm around look at me funny? Will they think that I'm acting funny? Will I now be isolated? So I want to definitely talk to, since we're talking about mindset, money mindset, we're talking about now that we're essentially in the R word, what are you going to do to play offense and defense when it comes to your money? How are you going to protect what you currently have? How are you going to make sure that you can make more, diversify your income streams if you need to, but protect your mindset so that you're willing to do either one of them? Because a lot of us just are, it's called fear porn, are just frozen by what's going on. We don't know what to do, and like you said earlier in the broadcast, we can absolutely control how we come out of this. The webinar that I'm doing this Saturday is for you to make sure that you control your outcome. I want you to be better off when you come out than you are right now. So by making sure you do different things with your income streams, and it's absolutely free. But what I like for you the question that I have with all of that is you were on a path, a determined path, and you were sure that what you were going to do, and now you're not doing. You actually are still helping people, but it doesn't look the same way. How are you comfortable making that pivot so other people can hear it?
Good question. So let me just be very clear about something, because this is what people don't often talk about or don't say. I do not believe in you have to have a struggle story to be successful. I do not subscribe to that thought. I don't, I'm not available for that. That's not what.
I'm not here for that.
Right. So that is not, so I do not subscribe to that. When I decide, and when I started my business in 2016, I was very naive. I was naive in that I was like, oh, this sounds good. Let's just do it.
Why not?
Right. I didn't know any of the statistics of how many people start businesses and fail. I didn't. So to me, it just seemed like everybody was just doing great. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to do great too.
I'm going to do it.
Right. So, I know what I'm capable of doing. And I think when you lean into what you're capable of doing, and nobody asked me, when I started a business, no one said I had to make $1 million in a day. No one said that. And I didn't. So that's not what I believe. But I did believe that I could replace my salary. That seemed like a pretty easy thing to do. And so I believed it, and then I did it. And this is why I say, your frequency matters more than anything. When I started my business, I really didn't have a, what if this doesn't work out? I just didn't have that. Like it, and partially, yeah. And partially I didn't have that because, like I said, I was very naive. But also I knew what I was called to do. And in the moment I was called to start a business. Like, and I don't believe that God calls you to do things for the sake of failing. I think you learn things, but I knew what I was called to do. I felt like my whole life had led up to it. There was no question. Now, were there things that were challenging and were new for me to learn? Yes. Did I have to realize how, you know, quote unquote, lonely it is to be like an entrepreneur, especially a successful entrepreneur, when everybody else is talking about the entrepreneur roller coaster of up and down. And I'm like, that's just not my testimony. Like, I don't have a testimony that says my life looks like that. Like my business has grown multiple times over every single year. I make all the money that I want, and I decide how much money I make, and then that's the number that I get. Like it's actually now, are there frequencies that I don't live by yet? Like, I would love to make $1 million a month. I don't think that my mind lives at that frequency yet. So I don't make $1 million a month. And I'm okay with that, because there are things that I need to learn for me to get to that place. I love the question that Danica is asking. How do you find your calling? Here's what's so interesting, Danica. I love this. Number one, your calling is not lost. So we're not going to go find a calling. Number two, and there's many different ways. There's practical ways, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself, like, what is the highest expression of my service right now? That is your calling. The highest expression of my service was not working at a university. It just wasn't. In my little Matchbox office at the law school that I was working at, with the students that I had. I mean, that's fine, but I knew that wasn't the highest level of my calling. Like that, it just wasn't. I knew that my YouTube channel, eventually, when I started my YouTube channel, and I tell the story all the time, I started it on my bathroom floor without thinking it would become anything. But as it started to grow, I was like, oh, like this could be something. So your calling is often something that you fall into. Like I knew the main purpose of my life. I could remember it from when I was 6, 7 years old, very young, knowing that I was called to do big things. Like when, like in school, when people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I just would lie because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I want to be a doctor and I want to be a firefighter. And I'd be like, I would just make something up but I didn't want to be any of those things. I might have said doctor at one time, might have said lawyer at one time. And I never wanted to be any of those things, but I would just lie because everybody else was saying something. But also what I wanted to do back then didn't exist. And so now that I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm like, this is absolutely what I know God was calling. When I was 6 and I envisioned, I would have visions of me standing in front of crowds or speaking to people. I know that it would lead to this. I just didn't know the path. And if you would have told me when I was 6, I wouldn't have believed you because the internet didn't exist when I was 6.
So I'd like to pluck out something that she's saying. The undertone is that she said she had the thought and she went out and tried it. She might have failed, and I'm sure along the way she said she didn't have any failures, and I 100% believe it, but things she had to adjust and she had to learn. So the key is, don't allow your own negative self-talk or other people around you to stop you from going in the direction that you want to go. That you have a God conscious and an intuition for a reason, guys. And if you're something I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, and there's no way in the world I should have a bachelor's degree in computer science if somebody would have helped me to understand that the gift of gab is what I actually have, and now I should be talking to people and helping. There's just no way to do it. Like,
can you imagine you sitting behind a computer doing like programming?
I would die.
That would be terrible. That would be awful. You would hate your whole life.
I didn't have, and I had a lot of support in a lot of areas, and I always talk about how I went through the college and I had the debt, and so I did a series on how are your parents' trauma and their drama now affecting or causing you current debt, and that is because she knew that I had the gift of gab and I was a personable person, but she also knew go to school and that's going to be the ticket to get out of there, so that was that environment. That's one of the mental blocks you can look at. How is your environment and kind of putting a lid on your ambition or what you want, you know? So I'm saying that I don't want you to allow the people around you, your own negative self-talk, whatever it is that you're trying to do, to put a lid on it. Get around the people that will help you to walk into your purpose. Whatever God is speaking into you, if you're taking time to meditate and journal and listen, you know, then you walk into that purpose. And Tracy states that she knew she already had a relationship with God. And if you're not religious, that's fine, but I'm more spiritual.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Are you connecting with a source of power that's greater than yourself, that you can gauge your choices on, and you can replenish your strength when you, in your resolve when you need to? And if you listen, they usually, it'll speak to you. Some of my clients call it a female, or that's irrelevant.
Whatever it is. Right.
Right.
Right. So two things there. So the first thing is, I want to talk about something called the theology of desire, which I talk to my clients about a lot. So before I get into that, I do want to say that you are the only person that can stop you from doing anything. Mm-hmm. Like, you will be the one that you will create a distraction to take it away. Like, you'll make up a scenario. Like, people love to decide what their future is going to look like. And they become just so creative, because we're all drama queens or kings. Like, we can be so dramatic. Like, even taking a look at like what's happening right now, like, we are all like, everybody could be so dramatic and like, oh my gosh, let's save all the toilet paper on the planet to like every butt in America, because we're gonna
stop making it.
Right, and if there was something like a catastrophe, like toilet paper would be your biggest
problem. It's gonna save us.
Right, like that's the thing, guys. So number one, like, you will always be the one that stands in the way of whatever it is you desire. 100%. I've worked with enough people to know that it's never an external factor. Or I won't say never. I would say 2% of the time it is an external factor. Life happens, you know, you have to amputate your leg, you need some time. Like, okay, that happens. You know, right. And it does happen. I've had people that, you know, where like tragedy has struck in that regard. But generally speaking, no one's in a tragic situation. They're just scared. And because it's unknown. So that's what I want to say there. So you're always in charge. Number two is the theology of desire, which I always talk to my clients about. And that is understanding where desire comes from, because I always knew that I wanted to be in front of people. Now, I'm an introvert, so it doesn't make any sense. And I know people think that I'm lying, but I just say I'm high functioning. Because right now, when I'm like quarantining my house, living my best life, like I have so much energy to get so much done, because I'm an introvert, and introverts
not bothered.
Right, like all their energy from being alone. And so I'm like on hyperdrive with energy right now, because I get to be alone all day. So anyway, but when it comes to a desire, you have to understand where the desire is coming from. And the desire is never for you. And you not honoring the desire. Like, this is a habit that a lot of people have lived by their whole life. I want something, I tell myself no. I want something, I tell myself no. And I did it, right? I would want a new car and I'd tell myself no, and then I'd get into a car accident and I'd have to get a new car anyway, right? Because the universe is self-organizing and self-correcting, and it will correct anything that it needs to correct to get you on the right path. Even if it's, you need to go buy a new pair of red shoes, you need to go buy a new car, whatever it is. The universe is self-organizing and self-correcting. Mm-hmm. It's in a book called The Course in Miracles, which I always recommend, but it is dense, so it's a hard book to understand. Having said that, it is like I read it and I'm like, oh God, I need a break. Wait a minute. So universe self-organizing and self-correcting, it will try and get you on your path, even if that means that like I said, and they'd be like minor accidents. I'm not, like killing people, and people, they weren't my fault, but like to where I'd have to go, I would force myself to get the thing that I want.
Back where you need to. Yeah.
Right. So theology of desire is you have to be able to honor the desires that you have and learn how to do that on a very regular basis. You want pizza tonight? Have pizza. Like, you have to learn how, like, your desires are actually never just for you. There is a reason why you have the desire. And, there's no such thing as separation. So when you have a desire, let's say you have a desire to help people, right? Like, you want to start a yoga studio. I don't know. There's probably somebody in your town who's sitting at home going, man, I really wish there was a yoga studio here. Like you want to start, if you
Yes.
want to start a hip hop yoga studio, there's probably somebody that's like, I really wish it was a hip hop yoga studio, right? Because there's no such
I
thing.
would really try it.
Right, so whatever it is you want, somebody's on the other end ready to receive it. But if you don't execute on it, then you're not helping the other person. And it's actually a very selfish thing. So you think your ego will use it to protect yourself because that's what the ego does. It just creates problems to protect you. But the truth is that you're living in a very self-isolating, a very self-indulgent life when you're not executing on some of these desires that you have.
So we all have a purpose, and we all have fears. And sometimes we allow those fears and a negative self-talk, and the unknown to drive our path and be our motivator.
I'm going to talk about the unknown.
To guide our path. And the whole point of our conversation today is don't allow yourself. There's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of fear right now. I heard the word or the term fear porn. Please don't allow that to consume you, because it will bring your energy down. It will dictate what you do, the energy that you emit, and therefore what you're willing to do as far as your next step to, again, protect your income and to offensively make sure that you are diversifying your income streams, or just making sure you're finding other ways. Because we'll sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm waiting on this stimulus package. I don't know when it's coming. I'm looking at my bank account and it's going away, and that negative emotion. And it's just like, oh my God, it's just constantly draining you. And okay, yeah, you can't control the fact that your job might have closed. You can't control the fact that your client roster might have changed. But what can you do that will help you to continue to keep that cash? There are ways, guys. And again, this Saturday, I have to keep saying that because I know people come in and leave out. I want you to know that we have a training this Saturday for free. Say it again, free, free, free. If you like free, put yes in the comment section. It's absolutely free, and it's going to teach you how you can control, recession-proof your income right now. There are 4 different ways that you can be making money. Even if you're already making money another kind of way, you need to make sure that you're securing your cash flow. If one dries up, you need to be able to put it in there. Like Tracy does speaking events. She also has her podcast. She also has her group coaching programs. She has courses. You know, she has YouTube money that's trickling in or probably overflowing, swooshing in randomly. But the bottom line is you need to make sure that you have different ways. You know, I've helped people from 2008 recession and they protect. I taught them different things so that they're better protected right now. So they may not be losing, they may not be growing money, but they're not losing. Some people even implemented the different tools that I teach them that they're receiving money even while everybody else is losing. All right. So those are advanced wealth strategies, but it all starts from your willingness, your ability to shut out the negative self-talk and the negative things and the things that we come up with that are hindrances from you doing things that can also actually put you in a better situation. So one is listening to podcasts, one is listening to broadcasts, reaching out to people, taking advantage of resources and taking notes and listening to my training that's going to come at the end of this. So Tracy, I do want to make sure that you get out anything lastly that you'd like to talk about. We definitely went over, but it was 100% worth it. I needed it all. Don't apologize.
Yes, it was. Yeah. So the last thing I will leave you with is this thought that I had earlier before I got into the shower.
I love the shower.
Right. Before I got into the shower. Right, I had a thought. Here's the thing. You talked about fear of the unknown. And when I was talking to my coach a couple of weeks ago, we were having this conversation about the unknown. And here's the conclusion to that was the future is not more unknown now than it was 6 months ago. Because 6 months ago, nobody knew the coronavirus was coming. So the future is always unknown. Having said that, the thing that people are the most afraid of right now, while people think it's money, and I thought it was money for a lot, it's not actually money. It's not losing a job. It's not a recession. The thing that the most people are afraid of right now is that their future is not a familiar future. But here's the interesting thing about that is you don't actually want a familiar future, because if you live the exact same future every single day and nothing ever changed, you would hate your life. Like, who doesn't want to grow? Who doesn't want to make more money? Like, the whole point of this conversation is to make more money, right? So the familiar future is you making the same amount of money that you were making yesterday, which is not actually what you want. You want to make more. So making more money is going to require you to have some unknown elements. It is in the space of the unknown that we can create whatever life that we want. I love the unknown. I actually, when I meditate, I go into the unknown. When I'm meditating, I go into an unknown place. Like, I'm going into a black space where it's just completely unknown so that I can write my future in a completely different way. Because I know even where I am right now, this is not the best of Dr. Tracy Timberlake. Like, I hope it's not the best.
There's more to come, you guys. Right. There's more to come.
There's more. So, and there's more for you as well, but you have to embrace the unknown and the fact that it is a blank slate and you can create whatever future you want.
For whatever reason, like you mentioned, the fear of the unknown, it's a lack of trust. I mentioned a few minutes ago that you really, really do need to have a great open connection with a power. This is the word just eluded me. Spiritual. You really do need to have a connection with a power greater than yourself that you know has your best interest at heart. There's a lot of things that have happened in our life that started off with like, I don't know, oh my God. And as it turned out, it was actually a shift that put us in a better position. So why are you afraid of something, that's going to put you in a different position? But if you are connected with your higher power, your God, your Buddha, whatever, you already know that, it's not going to put anything more than you can bear. However you want to make yourself feel better about it, you'll never know the unknown. So stop projecting on the future and don't have morbid reflection of the past either, thinking, oh, wow, the Great Recession of 2008, that's how bad it's going to get, or it's going to get worse. Stop comparing and start getting into action. Well, what you can do, paying attention to what you're letting into your mindset, paying attention to who you're being around, connecting with the group of people that are also pushing you when you are feeling a little low, and you get a sense of purpose because you can push them, and so Dr. Tracy Timberlake has these different groups and courses that I don't think any of them are open right now, but I really, really love for you guys to get on her list and get the free resources that she have so that you can be notified. That means you'll be on her email list, guys. If you're
and for those who, and those who want to be coaches and consultants, I'm doing a special training for them on Tuesday. It's free. It's just for coaches and consultants, though.
I don't have that link, Tracy,
because I don't have a link. it's just for people that are on my email list. So if you're on my email list,
so you need to get the resources so you can get on the email list so that you can get the secret location.
Yeah,
to
secret
her.
Location.
If you want to be a coach or consultant,
just coaches and consultants. So not any kind of business, just coaches and consultants.
And she has the other links and the mixtape and such if you want to know more in general about what we've been talking today. All right, guys. So Tracy, did you have anything that you wanted to say leave us with, whatever? I don't know. Just want to give you an opportunity.
Listen, I'm sending so much love and healing to you and to the rest of the world. I want everybody to come out of we're all coming out of on the other side. So make sure that you are becoming the person that you want to be right now. Because you don't want to be that person.
In the meantime.
You don't want to be the person that was like, and I stocked up on toilet paper. That's what I did during my lockdown. So
I ate all my snacks and gained 50 pounds.
The quarantine 15. Don't gain the quarantine 15.
Oh no, that's it. I like that term. All right, guys, make sure we don't have any questions.
One of my clients called it the Corona 15, and I said it's the quarantine 15. So don't gain the quarantine 15.
Don't gain the quarantine 15, guys. Move around.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so very much, Tracy Timberlake. Dr. Tracy Timberlake. I appreciate you being here. Bye, guys. Click her link. Join her. Follow her. And anybody who's here now, I'd really love for you to stay. We talked about how you're possibly repelling money. We talked about how you can attract money. And I want you to figure out, I'm going to give you, I have to let her drop off. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm going to leave right now. Leave right now. Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right, guys. So please stay for the training, guys, as we're going to talk about now how she told you how you can attract money, how you can 100% control the money that you have, your assets, your cash flow, things of that nature, all with the thought of your mind, your energy, your beliefs, things that you're around, things of that nature. We talked about how you can be defensive and offensive. And she talked about how you can make sure that you can control what's going on. I want to make sure you know that you can also repel money. It doesn't make sense to try to work hard and have the degrees or have the small business or do all these different things if you are unconsciously repelling money at the same time. So it's like I make 2 steps and I'm going back 2 steps because I'm pushing things away. So how do you identify if you are repelling money? It's usually in the form of mental blocks, mindset blocks, money blocks. But what are those? These all might be new terms and new principles to you. I'm going to break it all down for you right now. So make sure you stay tuned. All right. Make sure you stay tuned. If you're just not tuning in, guys, make sure you share the video out. Make sure you like the page, like the video. If you're an entrepreneur, make sure you put your link in the comment section, because I 100% support all entrepreneurs. Put your link in the comment section. Put your link in the comment section. And because this is a transition, because we had lots of fun with Dr. Tracy Timberlake, learn from their journey, laugh at their transition, their transformation, and then we actually figure out what are the next steps so we can move the needle in your financial situation without you having to even tell your personal situation. All right. So we laughed. Now we're going to learn. And it's a whole elementary educational element. So what I want to do is, 1 second, I'm about to play the theme song. It's about 30 seconds, guys. So we can get in the mood of learning. This is why I always play music. If you didn't know, it's my secret. That is one of my secrets, gratitude and music. It changes my mood so that I can always feel and think and focus on something positive, guys. So let me go ahead and pull that up 1 second. Brandon Love, let's shout out to Brandon Love, guys. If you want your theme song, Brandon Love actually created this for me, and I appreciate him. Oops, forgot the R. Brandon Love. So get your pens. This is your warning. Get your pens, guys. Get your pens. Get your pens. Because I want you to know how you're pushing money away from you. I want you to know it's a whole real thing. How you're pushing money away from you, guys. So here we go. Hey, here we go. Hey, here we go. Hey, here we go. Hey. That's the theme song, guys. Get your pen, get your papers, get your pens, get your papers, because we about to start learning. We about to start learning. I feel like I should be rapping. No, I don't rap. I like to do things that change my mood and make me feel and vibrate and think and emit positive energy, positive mindset, make me feel comfortable in my body. I feel good that I'm able to help you, and I hope you get your pen and your paper, because you're going to help your kids, help yourself, help your community with what you're about to learn right now. All right. Muy caliente. I can't sing, so we're going to stop. I don't want you to run away. I don't want you to run away. If you are still here, guys, please put a 1 in the comment section if you're ready to learn how you might be repelling money, making it run from you. Please put a 1 in the comment section if you are ready. If you're ready, you ready, you ready. Put a 1 in the comment section if you ready, you ready, you ready. Y'all like my music? Every time I hear it, it just puts me in a whole new mindset. What? We already have cabin fever. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Let me reintroduce myself. If you're just not joining in, my name is Stacey Daniel. I'm a wealth strategist and insurance broker. I'm a national speaker, and I'm a best-selling author since 2008. I've been speaking and teaching about the 8 silent wealth killers and other very powerful but hidden money rules. And I've helped thousands of families to save millions of dollars by showing them how they were currently losing money unknowingly and unnecessarily via one of the 8 silent wealth killers. That's actually my recent book, guys, The 8 Silent Wealth Killers. There are 4 ways you're giving your money away. And there's 4 ways your money is being taken from you. If you want to know more about that, guys, or anything about me, you want to connect with me, if you have a question and you don't want to put it in the comment section while we're speaking, make sure you contact me via bit.ly/motivating your money. bit.ly/motivating your money. bit.ly/motivating your money. Who am I? What do I do? And how do I help you? I primarily help Gen X females who are established entrepreneurs or corporate professionals to stop losing their money through the 8 silent wealth killers. Once we are able to seal and stop their financial hemorrhage, then we can grow, save, spend, and protect all of your money, not all of your money, but protect your money at the very same time. I also, that's who I help with my consulting and my financial services. I have 2 businesses, guys, because I have an offline location. I'm not at my office. As you can see, we're in quarantine here in the Midwest. But what I also do, and what we're doing right here, is I teach aspiring entrepreneurs and side hustlers how to build a solid financial foundation. And I use that with my Motivate Your Money method. So first, we're going to find your money munchers. Identify how you're losing your money. We're going to monetize yourself, which is why you need to be listening to me Saturday for our free training. I'm going to teach you 4 ways that you can make money right now today. Don't require any tools. You got most of them already. Don't require any money to invest. You already have everything. You don't have to, it's not network marketing or sell something for somebody or none of that, guys. You'll be able to do it as early as next week if you implement the tools that I'm teaching you guys. And it's absolutely 100% free. It's the same strategy that I teach my current clients, and why they're not concerned about the state of the economy right now today. All right, guys. So you're going to master in the Motivated Your Money method. We also teach you how to master your personal finance, maximize your retirement options, and then we're going to teach you how to maintain it all by minding your emotions and your memories. Minding your emotions and your memories. And the reason why that's important is because, you know, we can build our bank account, but as soon as something externally happens and we feel some kind of way internally, I call that being hijacked by our emotions. The first thing we want to do is spend money. So your emotions are directly or indirectly connected to your bank account. All right, guys, it's my belief that everybody should have access to the education and the tools that help them reach the level of financial success that they're working towards. It's also my experience that the fight is fixed. We aren't taught about the different things that I teach you at home. We aren't taught at school, at church, and even when we get our corporate American jobs. It is for that reason that I position myself, my company, my brand, my Wealth Chronicles show, and my online money school, the Motivating Money Academy, as a resource. And so if you are here, you are now part of the Motivating Money tribe. You are either a money motivator or a wealth protector, and sometimes we're even both. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Y'all ready? Yes, we ready, Stacey. Stop talking and teach me. All right, so again, Tracy told us about the universal laws, setting intentions, our beliefs, and our energy. But what we need to talk about even more is, what about the repelling of the money? How can I identify if I'm repelling my money? Well, it's usually caused by mindset blocks, money blocks. What is that, Stacey? That's some type of energy, a feeling, a belief. Something you say to yourself, something you were told and it was planted in your spirit, and now you feel that way, and that's the way you behave. Let's break that down even further. What does that mean, Stacey? I'm going to give you some examples, and I want you to let me know somehow because I can't see the thumbs up on the software that I'm using. So if you can put it in the comment section, like amen, or girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs up, or hey nah, or yes. Put a yes in the comment section if you can identify with any one of these that I'm mentioning. And I'm going to join you and tell you which ones that I resonate with. All right? Fair enough. I'm going to make sure I don't have any questions. Thank you for the one, Jacqueline, Cynthia, Michelle, Jeanette. All right, guys. Tiffany, Fabian, glad you guys are here. I can't see all of the ones. All right, so here we go. Do you have a belief about money that says that you don't deserve money? What does that look like? That means somebody's ever told you, or you tell yourself, it's obscene to make heaps of money when other people in the world don't have enough. Why should I want to make a lot of money when other people in the world don't make enough? Or I'm not meant to be rich because my family wasn't rich. And so therefore I shouldn't be either, because I'm going to make them feel some kind of way. If you've heard that, another one, or felt that, or think that, now that I bring it to attention. Another one, that's called believing you don't deserve money. The second one is negative assumptions about money. It's more important to be happy than to be rich. It's more important to be happy than to be rich. That's a negative thought about money. No one said that you can't be both. And I'm not saying rich, have a whole lot of money in the bank, and you're not doing anything to help other people. I'm saying you deserve to have it too. Rich people are greedy and selfish. How many people have heard that before? Rich people are greedy and selfish. Or the money is the root of all evil. Or too much money means you've taken advantage of somebody at some point in your life, or you stepped on somebody's toes. How many of you guys can relate to any of these that I'm saying? There's more, guys. There's more, though. These are just different things that some of my clients, I have talked to them through our interactions and our one-on-one, and they tell me how they felt. And because I was wondering, why are you still wanting to just have a job? I don't want to say just have a job, because not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur, but have a job. And we've all seen people, like right now, even earlier in the year, last year, when the government went on strike, we've seen even those we thought were solid taken from you. Your ability to feed your family and provide for your future and have a peace of mind was taken from you. Right now, it's taken from you. It's nobody to blame. It's just life. But that means you should already have something in place to buffer that, right? But a lot of times we don't even implement some of the things. We all seen people talk about online businesses and things of that nature, but we aren't implementing, or if you're already in business, what are you doing to diversify that? So you might be a coach or a consultant, but what digital products do you have? Are you a merchandiser? Do you have ebooks and courses, or are you just doing one-on-one phone calls? Do you have t-shirts and mugs, or are you not even interested in that? Are you training somebody to do the same thing that you can do? That's different ways of diversifying your one gift or your skill set. Are you speaking? That's another way that you can make more money. Does that make sense, guys? The training that we'll do on Friday will tell you the 4 different ways that you can kick in immediately, so that you can make sure that you are offensively making sure you have money coming in during this uncertain times. That makes sense? Offensively making sure you have money coming in during these uncertain times. If you want to know how to defensively protect what you currently have and make sure that you don't lose anymore, or you stop the hemorrhage, then I can help you with that as well. All right, so another money mindset thoughts or common saying that we've heard that will dictate whether or not you take advantage of opportunities, or whether or not you continue to feel negative about what you're doing is, I just want to help people. I don't care about the money. That was me. I just want to help people. I don't care about the money. And Dr. Tracy Timberlake, I had to say, Stacey, well, you have a lot of knowledge. I know you want to help people. You have experiences, but you have to get paid. Are you a business, or are you a philanthropy? Are you a business owner, or are you a philanthropy? That resonated with me. Are you in business, or are you in philanthropy? Or well, if you're not making any money, you're just not doing anything. If the government or somebody has taken your job at this point. The next one, guys, you should just live humble and have a modest life. You should just live humble and have a modest life. Who does that resonate with? Anybody? You should just live humble and have a modest life. All right, here's the last couple ones. People will stop. People think I'm acting funny if I make more money, or my parents, my partner, or my friends will feel some kind of way if I make more money than them. All of those can stop us from going after things that we know will put us in a long-term better financial situation, or even an immediate better financial situation. We're worried about the effects and the negative connotation that comes along with it. That makes sense, guys? I need you to speak back to me if that makes any sense. Does any of these resonate with you? Can I get an amen in the comment section, or a yes? So the next thing I want to mention to you guys, again, this is the learning section. So we need to learn how you may be repelling money subconsciously and didn't even know it. How you may be repelling money subconsciously and didn't even know it. All the things that Dr. Tracy Timberlake talked about for us to attract money means nothing if we're constantly pushing it away. Just like I say, protecting the money you make is just as important as making more money, saving and investing. If you're making money, I don't care if you're a corporate professional, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, if you want to have a side hustle, or if you're an established entrepreneur, if you're making money, doing what you need to do because we have to survive, whether it's a little money, a lot of money, or abundantly so, that's making money. But if you're not paying attention to the ways that you're losing money, say debts, taxes, interest, things of that nature, then you aren't actually moving the needle. So a lot of people say, well, I have stocks. This is an example. I have stocks, or I have my money in a 401k or whatever. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I want to break it down so that we have an understanding. I'm making 6 figures here, or 5 figures, whatever you're making. But here I'm paying debt on my credit card, on my mortgage, on my house. Whatever you're making is subtracted by what you have to pay for the debt, right? So protecting the money that you're making, meaning losing money in those little pockets, reducing the hemorrhage or the money munchers as much as possible will allow the money that you're making to go further, right? Well, if you are trying to attract money to you, learn how to control your cash flow with different things that you had never heard of. It makes no sense to implement the different things that we've talked about on how to do that if you're constantly pushing it away. A self-fulfilling prophecy. So let's talk about how you can stop pushing money away now that you've identified how you may already be doing it. All right? You guys are with me here? You with me here? Thank you for the yeses. Did you guys share the video out? Did you share it, guys? Did you share it? Did you share the video out? Can you take the time to share the video out? I'd really, really appreciate it. Share. This is some great stuff. We're almost done. Almost done. So here, how do you get rid of the money blocks? that you currently have. Action steps would change your mood and overall change your feelings. And that's what's going to lift that vibration that we were talking about earlier, so that you can actively control the positive things in your life that you're wanting. All right. So the first thing is you got to declutter, move the different things out of your home, out of your mind, make space for what you're wanting. You got to forgive and let go of any grudges that you have. That's number two. Make yourself feel better, not negatively thinking about an event, and every time you do, you feel anger or shame or guilt or jealousy or revenge. That affects your energy, and if your energy is negative, then you're not going to attract positive. You're going to be pushing things away. That makes sense. Number three, guys, is there are actually physical techniques that you can do to make yourself feel better, and they call it emotional freedom technique. I haven't really done a lot of research on it, but I do know one of them that I learned by accident absolutely works. If you're feeling anxiety or uncertainty and you're feeling like you're going to lose your breath, have you ever tried to do this? Remember your mom was young and just pat you like this? Have you ever tried to just take deep breaths and pat yourself? It really works. I promise you. Just and it all feels better. And that's called tapping. This is all money blocks, and I have a course that's called Money Blocks, so I'm just quickly going over it. But I just wanted to mention, once you identify how you're repelling money, then what are the tools that I can do to remove that block so I can attract all the money I want, especially in today's time when you don't have any certainty about what's going on. But everything that you can do to control it, you need to be doing, right? All right, so the next one, guys, is something that I always talk about. This is number four. You ready? Number four. You need to practice an attitude of gratitude. I always say that gratitude is my secret. It's really my secret. Gratitude and music are my secrets. If I can sit there, I'm creating a Motivating Your Money financial journal. It's a journal. It's for your mindset, and it'll be out soon. It's going to be 90 days. And every day in that journal, I ask you to be grateful for 3 things and to list them. If you can automatically quickly find a positive thing that you can be grateful for, 3 of them, you can automatically change your mood. You can automatically change your energy. There's always something you can be grateful for, even in the midst of what's going on right now with, we're having people dying. We're having all kind of illness and sicknesses are complete. What we're used to is shifting. There are still some things you can be grateful for. So instead of purging and not purging, gorging on all of the negative things that's going on social media, in the media itself, newspaper, thinking about doom and gloom. Oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen with my money and all of that. Start thinking about the things that you can be grateful for, change your mood, and then start taking action on what you actually can control, which is making money in those 4 different ways that we're going to be talking about on Saturday. I'm talking about it doesn't cost you anything to do this, but you first have to get yourself in the position, mindset wise, that you're willing to do it, or you'll just sit there and continue to think negatively and crumble emotionally, and even changing your posture on what's going on that you can't control. I want you to step out of that negative, oh my God, and step into the, well, you know what? I can do this. I see other people doing it. Stacey says have helped with her clients. I want to try it as well. That's what I want you to do. It's not going to cost you anything. The only thing that'll stop you from tuning into the workshop this Saturday is your willingness and your mindset. And that is indicative or reflective of the money blocks that you might have. If you're currently feeling some kind of way about the money that you're making or the lack thereof, and you don't reach out and take advantage of a resource, then where does that problem lie? Within your thinking and your willingness. Within your thinking and in your willingness. So I want you to make sure you click yes. So tell me, put yes in the comment section if something like this is something that you want. We will send you the link to it. Put yes in the comment section. All right, so practice gratitude. Be grateful. I'm grateful that I'm still alive. I'm grateful that we had enough food in the house. I'm grateful that it's not really cold outside. I'm grateful that I'm in a house with people that I care about. I'm grateful that they are working on some type of cure. I'm grateful that, I have social media and good internet so I can have my show. You guys are following me? The next one is track your money. Track your money. Know where your money is going and know what you're spending, know how much you're making. That's what we're focusing on this Saturday. What are you spending it on? Is there something that I can adjust? We won't be spending time on what can I adjust, but we will be spending time on how can I focus on making more money, being intentional about my financial situation as a whole. That makes sense, guys. Focusing on tracking your money. Where is it going? Are you making enough? What can I do to make sure that I have an abundance and multiple flows coming in? Did you guys share the video out? I need you to share it. Did you share it? Did you share it? Did you share it, guys? Did you like the video? Make sure you put it in the comment section. You need to be putting in the comment section either one of these that's resonating with you. All right. So let's recap it really quick. We talked about declutter and everything, making space for what's coming in. This is how you remove those money blocks. 2, forgiving anything that's negatively affecting you. That person that hurt you, that people that hurt you, that organization that hurt you. You know what I mean? The fact that I'm adopted, I had to learn to forgive the fact that I'll never know my mom because she died when I was 11. I can't constantly let that tear me down, right? What I can do is create a culture and a tribe of people that have my best interests in heart and I have theirs at heart. So therefore, I created the Motivating Money Tribe. The fact that I didn't know about money growing up and it caused me to have a 486 credit score and a default student loans and a bankruptcy and all of that, even though now I'm in a 700 club and I took the whole month of December off and made $11,000. So I'm no longer in that financial situation, but I was, and it used to bring me shame, which is a negative emotion. Now I can freely say, well, you know what? God took me from there to here. And now I can tell you how to do the same. And no matter what it looks like, your situation will change as long as you get to the point of willing to take advantage of the tools that are giving you. You see how that is, guys? Don't allow the negative things in the past or the present or what you project in the future to change you from being able to take action. So that's what we're talking about, these mind blocks, money blocks, and mindset tricks. So declutter, forgive and let go, practice EFT. That's emotional freedom technique. I love the tapping thing. The attitude of gratitude. Track your money. What's going out and what's coming in. How can I be defensive right now and protect the money that I have from losing any more money? Position what I need to. That usually requires a licensed financial professional, and I can help you with that. So if I can't help you, depending on what state you're in, I can definitely let you know what you should be talking to your licensed financial professional about. I'm doing complete financial assessment, so you'll know where you are, your retirement, your savings, your investments, what type of safe investments can you invest in, what type of income streams can you implement in your lifestyle right now. And then the next one, guys, is write your goals down. Write your goals down. Write your goals down. That's number 5. Nope, that's number 7. Write your goals down. And there's more, guys, in the Money Block course that I mentioned to you. I won't go over any more of them because we've been on here a good while. But I just want to mention there's tools that you can use to change those money blocks. Now, once you get to the realization that, okay, if nothing changes, nothing changes, and I need to do something about it, then I need you to go ahead and, oh, I forgot to put the link in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead. Let me put the link down there now. Oh, wow. I just been talking, guys. Let me put the link down. And all this time I've been talking about this event and didn't put the link in the comment section. Let's put the link in the comment section right now. It is bit.ly/MYM recession. Recession. Is it recession proof or just NYM recession? I think that's it. NYM recession. That's for our event this Saturday. It's on a webinar and it's in the Motivating Money Academy. So you don't even have to put on any clothes. How about that? Somebody click that link and let me know if that works. All right, guys. The last thing I wanted to mention to you is that you know that if you have some money blocks going on and some negative mindset, it will actually you can feel it. It'll affect you physically. You'll have rapid heart breathing, headaches, tiredness. You'll feel heavy in your body. You'll feel nauseous and anxiety. Those different things like that. So I really want you to identify whether or not you have some money blocks that's preventing you from doing what you need to do. If you are happy with your money situation right now, you still need to be figuring out how can I secure my income flow so I can make sure that if anything goes wrong, I can always have money to take care of my family, my future, my kids, and the things that I need and I want. I know, yes, we have to trust God. Yes, we have to love God. But God says action, faith without works is dead. So believe that he will put the right people in front of you that will give you the tools that you need to make sure that you can secure your financial situation. I consider myself to be one of those right people because I am right with God. And I 100% know that he's my higher power. And I 100% know that he is using me and has delivered me so that I can be a resource to so many other people. So what I need you to do is to find yourself in a place. Did that link work, guys? Did the link work? Did the link work? Did the link work, guys? Let's see. Let's see. It works. Yay! Make sure you click the link. Hey, make sure you click the link. Hey, make sure you click the link. It's called bit.ly MYM recession. MYM is motivating your money. That's my brand. Bit.ly MYM recession. Bit.ly MYM. And it's going to immediately take you into our Motivating Money Academy where you can have access to my power partners, my blog. You can request to be a guest on the show. You can even create an affiliate link for yourself so that you can create another income stream. You'll learn all about that when you get in the show, guys. You'll have access to a private Facebook community, all of that. So make sure I do not see the link. Okay. Jeanette, Tiffany, can you give Jeanette the link? Please make sure you share this video out, guys. So I need to know what was your number one takeaway so far in all that we talked about, which has been a lot because we had an interview where she told you, it's been Women's History Month and Money Making March, and now coronavirus come up. What have you learned from in all of this training, which is how you can attract money, the fact that you might even be repelling money, how can you identify if you're repelling money, and if you do figure out that you're repelling money, what can you do to change your money mindset? And then I'm not even going to give you a link, even going to give you a free webinar so that you can come and implement 4 different income streams into your business or into your lifestyle right now, because you might not even be a business owner, but that means you don't have any money coming in. If you're not an entrepreneur or a business owner, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Wait for the stimulus check, $1,200, $2,400. I'm talking about consistent income coming in, the same exact tools I use, my clients use, and you can have them as well. So are you going to click the link? Are you going to click the link? I still want to know though. What was your number one takeaway, guys? I'll tell you what my number one takeaway was. When Tracy said that you can attract all kinds of things to yourself. Who knew that? I thought it was just about money mindset and a wealth and a lack of mindset and, the laws of attraction for that. How about she talked about other things that you can attract? How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Do me a favor, put it in the comment section. I don't see the link either, they say. Oh, that's a problem. 1 second. Let me go ahead and drop it in the link. Oh, are you watching from a what do you call it? Did somebody do what's it called when they a watch party? Are you watching from a watch party perhaps? It's bit.ly/MYM recession. bit.ly/MYM recession. If you're not familiar with what that is, you can text on your phone info to 708-794-6849. No, don't send it to that number. 708-498-8686. 708-498-8686. That way you'll get an auto reply. 708-498-8686. That's my text message feature. bit.ly/bit.ly. Oh, I can't see. Oh, that's why. bit.ly/MYM recession. How you spell recession? RECESSION. No one asked me that. I just thought I'd put it out there. bit.ly/recession. RECESSION. Do you guys have that? If you don't have it, put yes in the comment section and I'll make sure to send it to you. If you don't have it, put yes in the comment section and I'll make sure that you get it. If you don't have it, put yes in the comment section watching on Facebook Live. Hey, Cynthia. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, lady. Angela, thank you. I tried, but it's slow. No worries, guys. What was your number one takeaway? That's what I want to know at this point. What was your number one takeaway? Jeanette, Tiffany, Let's see who else is in here. I can't see anybody's comments. That's okay. What was your number one takeaway, guys? And did you share it out? Did you share it out? We just went over the universal, the fact that you can use universal laws to attract money. We went over the fact that you yourself can be, through negative self-talk and negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, can be repelling money. You need to be paying attention to both of those, especially in today's economy, so that you can be defensive or offensive when it comes to putting yourself in a better financial position. So I would like to know, put it in the comment section, guys, what was your number one takeaway? What was your number one takeaway? Let's see. What's your number one takeaway? Do you have any questions? Practice gratitude. Absolutely. That is so powerful, guys. You will be surprised at how learning to track my money. Absolutely. What's going out and what's coming in. Thank you, guys. Oh, I haven't even changed this all show. I've been totally excited. I haven't changed it. Watch this. All right, there we go. Wait. What's your number one takeaway, guys? What's your number one takeaway? Don't forget, we have the Wealth Chronicles show coming. This is the Wealth Chronicles show that you're watching. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll be helping you learn from, laugh at the financial wins and failures of others, and so that you can keep your business to yourself. Because sometimes it's okay to be nosy and still move the needle in your own financial situation, and then we'll learn from their transformation, their trials, their tribulation, in their journey, and then even get action steps to move the needle at the end. So this has been your educational piece, which is how can I identify whether or not I am repelling money, pushing it away. What can I do about it, guys? And we talked about the 4 different incomes. Well, we will be talking about the 4 different income streams come this Saturday. I need you to tell me, what is your number one takeaway? What's your number one takeaway? If you guys don't have anything that you want to share, then we can go ahead and leave the broadcast, and I will see you next week. Anybody want to tell me what your number one takeaway is? What's your number one takeaway would be? So were you blessed by this broadcast? I was absolutely blessed. And I'm at home. I'm not in my office. Usually I'm in my office, but that's okay too. Feeling guilty about having money. Yes, feeling guilty for having money. Absolutely. Declutter. Absolutely. Thank you guys for leaving your number one takeaway. I appreciate that. That lets me know that you were listening. I'll make sure that all of you guys get the link sent to you in reply. So no worries there. Okay. No worries there. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any questions, comments, or concerns, then we leave with music and we come in with music. We leave with music and we come in with music. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. Hey. What? Hey guys, my name is Tracy Daniel. This is the Wealth Chronicles show. We are here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. Hey, be here with us. Hey, be here with us. Hey. And we are 100% grateful. We will see you next week at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will have us another guest, and it'll be another woman, even though it'll be April, but we're going to have us another guest, guys. So stay tuned. We're just going to keep it going with the interviews. I have so much fun. I hope you do as well. Remember, guys, that if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you want to be secure in your current financial situation, if you want to have the life that you live today and the life that you love today and the life that you love later on, then you need to build a solid financial foundation. That includes protecting, saving, investing, all in the same time, guys. And there's a such thing as safe investments. And if you want to know more about it, click yes in the comment section. Put yes. in the comment section. Please, yes, hey, in the comment section. Otherwise, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much for joining. Bye now.